Hey, it's Jerad with Ditch Auto, and welcome to week 3 of our photography challenge. This challenge has just been so amazing. The last couple weeks, hundreds of people have uploaded photos that they've taken based on the different challenges that we've been putting out every week. The first week was rule of thirds, the second week was the color gray, and all of our challenges have fallen under 3 different categories: technical, composition, or artistic. So this week we're back in the technical because we're talking about the rain and water and pretty much anything that produces drops of water. So the topic this week is water drops. And this can mean a lot of different things. I mean, last week's challenge was the color gray because it's just been really dreary outside. Gray skies, pretty much gray everything. And the rain has continued. I mean, it's a total blessing for us here in California who have just had hardly any rain for the last couple of years, but it's been super wet outside. And so I've seen a lot of water drops on everything, and it's made me really want to photograph them and try different things. Water drops are unique because they're typically shaped either round or shaped a certain way, and light enters them from all different angles. They also reflect what's underneath them, so there's just really a lot of cool elements to water drops. Now, that's standing water. Standing water does that. Water drops also fall off of things. They also build up on things as water kind of trickles down slowly. And then you can also create your own water drops using, some sort of a little dish and dropping food coloring. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do. I was searching the internet and YouTube and found lots of cool different tutorials and things people were doing around water drops, and even tried kind of playing around with some of those myself leading up to this challenge. So I have had a lot of rain around here, and so with that rain, I've taken a lot of photos of water drops on the windshield, water drops on my truck, water drops on the windows of my home, like just different places that water has been building up. And then also water that is dripping off of things like my house. It's rained so much that our gutters can't keep up, so water is kind of dripping and pouring over. And so it's just made for a lot of really unique photography opportunities for me because it's just something different. It's not something that I'm doing every day. So of course, rain, you kind of have to have it to photograph it, a wet vehicle or something like that. I mean, you can fake it too. This is not a challenge where you have to go and find something that is naturally happening. You can photograph something that you've created, whether or not it means getting out the garden hose and spraying some water and taking pictures really close up. Get creative, try different things, go online and even research some stuff and just try something different. Whether that means getting out some lights and maybe an old little fish tank you have, filling it up with water and dropping some food color in it and just creating some cool like water drop effects inside of another body of water. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do that I haven't had time this last week to play with all of these ideas, but it's definitely inspired me to try different things and even given me some ideas for some additional challenges later on that we'll do in future months coming. So water drops is the challenge this week, and it's a technical challenge because you have to really think about what you're doing when you're taking a picture of a water drop to make it look good. I mean, sure, you can go and just maybe if you're lucky, the light will be hitting it just right and it'll be really cool and dynamic, but it's also really easy to take a flat and boring picture of water drops. And we definitely don't want that. We want to stretch and try new things. A lot of times taking pictures of something that small and that close up requires macro lenses and stuff like that. It's not completely necessary, but if you have access to a macro lens, you may want to pull it out and start to play with it. Or if you have one you can borrow or rent or something like that, it might be something to try because getting as close as you can to the water drop definitely is going to help you get a lot more detail out of that shot, and macro lenses are just really good at that because the minimum focus distance on a macro lens is usually really short, whereas a lens like this 55 millimeter 1.8, the minimum focus distance is probably going to be 20 inches or so. I'm not exactly sure, but it's going to be a lot further away and it's not going to get that depth. So don't think that you have to have macro lenses or anything like that. You most definitely don't. And most of the photos that I've been showing you as I've been talking here are not taken with a macro lens. So don't worry about not having the proper equipment for macro photography. But what I do want you to do is play around with your f-stop to try different depths of field when it comes to the water droplets that you're taking pictures of. If the water droplets are moving, play around with your shutter speed to try and freeze the action, or maybe what you're not wanting to go to freeze the action. You're wanting to actually try and get a little bit of blur. Play around with your camera settings and try different things. So that's why this week's challenge is a technical challenge, because there's just so many different things that you can do with water or fluids of any sort in the form of a droplet that it's just technical. It takes some thinking. There's been a lot of great photos that have been uploaded over the last couple weeks, but what I want us to do is not simply just grab a photo of something that's near us, or I really want you to try. I want you to get out of your comfort zone and try something new or different. So that's going to do it for our challenge. I encourage you to get out and take new photos. Make sure to come by our Facebook group and upload your photos. We are now creating albums for you to put those photos in. So look for the week 3 post, which is the pinned post during this 3rd week of 2017. And then look for the album, which is the week 3 challenge album. So what that means is that even if you're taking this challenge at a different time, you jumped in a little bit late, or are doing this challenge later on in the year, or even another year, you're able to go into our Facebook group, look for that folder, and upload images to that album on the Facebook group. So link to the Facebook group is in the description below. I also have a couple of links in the description below to other people's videos that I saw that were cool, that are water droplet type tutorial videos. So make sure that you spend some time looking around and seeing some other cool things that people are doing, because it's going to inspire you to get out and just try new things with your own camera. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the Facebook group.